Alright, last job quest for the night. Don't know what I'll jump into after this, but Machinist also hit level 54. So we're going to do a Joye-ful reunion given to us by Stefanivian in Ishgard in the Skysteel Manufactory. Here we go. We're going to get a couple things from this. So cool. Here we go. I hope your firearm is loaded and ready, Mercy. We have received our deployment orders from House Dizemail. Several groups of Dravanians are converging on Falcon's Nest, and we have been tasked with eliminating the fiends gathered upon the Black Iron Bridge. Knowing Tittle Grinche, and I unfortunately do, I would not put it past him to lure more foes onto the narrow structure simply to overtax us. And we must needs overcome this assault without Joy's help, or Celestaux's, for that matter. He has yet to return since he stormed out the door. I will assemble our remaining machinists and lead them to Falcon's Nest. Pray join us there as soon as you may. Falcon's Nest, 213 teleport. Let's go. Rap. It's fall, 9 days. Something's not right today. Why am I so upset today? Paranoia is all I got left. Right, Stefanivian is here. This is not Celestaux. We do have our Rogadin teacher. There, you can see their breath puffing out because it is cold here. Cutscenes talking to Stefanivian. Ah, mercy! I fear Celestaux's departure has inspired his fellows to disregard my commands. You are the only machinist to answer my call to arms. And Count Baranduin de Helenarte says, and in response to this insubordination, I have been forced to deploy what few knights we could spare, myself included. Oh wow. Ross says, they even begged me to come along. As I've said before, fighting bloody dragons ain't in me contract, so they'll be paying me handsomely for the trouble. Joining us is Tittle Grinche. Is this House Helenarte's entire company? You seem to be short a number of machinists. We are keeping our colleagues in reserve. For an operation such as this, we need field only Mercy, the finest machinist in our ranks, says Stefanivian, baring his teeth. Your confidence is truly inspiring. Thankfully, however, there are few enemies threatening the Black Iron Bridge. Even with your sparse numbers, I dare say you shan't be sorely pressed. And he turns and walks away. Up comes running. It looks like Celestaux. Celestaux, have you come to fight with us? That all depends on you, my lord. We found Joy's father. He's being held prisoner in the broom. Held prisoner? You suspect this is some manner of coercion? Says the Count. Aye, we reckon they've been targeting Joy for a while. Her dad vanished right after he landed a job here in Falcon's Nest, and then Joy suddenly up and wed the brother of a carpenter working on the fortifications. House Dizemail is behind this, or I'm Chikobo's third cousin. Tittle Grinche, you cad, says Stefanivian. It's not too late. If we break her dad out, then Joy can abandon her farce of a marriage and come back to the manufactory where she belongs. But the bridge, the Dravanians. Go. Joy's a machinist. As manufactory chief, 'tis your duty to attend to your employees. My knights and I shall march for House Helenarte, says the Count. Bah, you needn't worry. They'll have yours truly fighting right beside him. Go help the boss, Mercy, says Rost. If Mercy goes, then I'll stay behind. We promised machinists to the Dizemails, and we don't want to break our word now, do we? Just one should be enough, says Celestaux. Thank you all. We shall conclude this matter with the greatest of haste, and return as swiftly as we may, says Steph. He goes running. You'll find one of our manufactory machinists in the broom. He'll show you where Joy's dad is being held. Why do I have this stupid mask? Did I get an upgrade that I don't remember and I didn't? Okay, I gotta cast a glamour from the field. What do I have? Ugh, it's not great, but what else do we have? Glamour dresser? Nothing? Really? Really? Yeah, I'll just use this for now. I don't want to cover my eyes. I want to be able to see my reactions and stuff. Is this better? That's better. It goes pretty well. Black cat. It goes better. We'll just. We can't fly there. We can, but to do so, you go to. I don't remember. It's not Chocobo. Is it Chocobo Keep? Oh, let's do this. We haven't done this in a while. For 5 gil, we'll take this flight path back to Foundation. Could I have flown through that myself? I want to try. Hold on. I can't mount here, so probably not actually. Interesting. Interesante. Where are we going? The broom? Okay. There is an Ethernet shard there, so. Familiar faces. We're gonna go up the ramp just in case because we can jump down, but there's no other way to get up. And there is a machinist down below here. And yeah, we'll jump down. Celestaux said you'd come. The chief will draw too much attention, so he asked him to wait at the workshop until we're ready to act. Joy's dad is right behind that door over there. We just need to convince the bloke standing guard to open it. He don't exactly look the stoic type, though, so a slug shot ought to have him piss in his trousers. Okay. I probably should have talked to him first to see what he said. I keep forgetting. But yeah, cutscene. Ow! What in the... You shot me! I explain why I'm here. But please, I ain't done nothing wrong. Some fancy fop dropped a pouch in me lap and told me to guard the door. I swear, that's all I know. And how much did he pay you? Says Stephanivian. Joining us, I guess. Not enough to die over, my lord, but please don't shoot me again. Ah, 'twas not my intention to threaten you. We merely wish you to release the man behind yonder door. And should you fear the vengeance of your employer, you are welcome to take shelter at the manufactory. In fact, why not become a machinist? Then you needn't take another such unsavory job again. You're offering me work, my lord? Aye, I'll let the bloke out for that. Hells, I'll carry him across the city and back for a steady wage. Cutscene fades as he turns to the door. And we're back with Agu, a shorter man. Lord Stephanivian, my humble thanks. You've been locked away for quite some time, my poor man. Do you know who did this to you, or why? I've not the faintest idea, my lord. I was hired by House Desamail to work on their walls, and when I went to join the crew headed out for Falcon's Nest, some bastard, begging your pardon, my lord, slipped a sack over me head and carted me away. I'm just a broken old hunter. I ain't got money for ransom, and nor does me family. Got to thinking that maybe they nabbed the wrong bloke. Then you weren't aware that Joy was wed, or that she resigned from a position at both the manor and the manufactory. She got married and quit? Why'd she do a foolish thing like that? I've never seen her happier than when she's slinging one of them flintlocks. Ah, so that's why they took me. They're blackmailing me, little Joy. Ain't no way she'd just up and marry some bloke what wouldn't let her stay at the workshop. Then she was a machinist by her own choice. I'm full glad to hear that. 'Tis time you liberated your daughter from her false union. Once she sees you are safe, I do not envy the man who pretends at the role of her husband. One of the machinists with us says, I knew you'd set things right, my lord. You take care of Joy, and I'll take the rest of the machinists. And I'll tell the rest of the machinists that they can come back to work. All right then, lad, you come with me. Our newfound machinist nods and follows him. I will speak with Joy and unravel this nonsense. You, however, must make haste to the Black Iron Bridge and lend your barrel to the battle. Okay. I don't know where am I gonna go when the volcano blows. Oh, I remember. Back to Falcon's Nest for 213 gil. By the way, the quest title, Joye-ful Reunion, it's Joye hyphen FUL. Like Joy, our girl, our homegirl, our awesome homegirl. There is a fate. Oh, the fate is actually here right now. There's a Mylodons, which I think are behemoths. A fate. I've done this a lot of times. Leveling from like, you can do it at 50, and then you can keep doing it until like 53. I mean, you can keep doing as much as you want, but I don't know if the experience is worth it when you get to levels high enough to do fates in like the Dravanian Forelands. Or, by the way, the fates I haven't done a whole lot of fates in the Dravanian Forelands, because the first couple or two, like 3 of them that I found, they were all basically bosses that took so long to kill solo that it was not worth it. So I don't know. There's probably better ones. But anyway, we have Rost at the bridge here. He's got one hand down, one knee down, as if he's in trouble. This is an event. Level 56 capped. About time you got back. You found Joy's dad then. Good. Now it's up to the boss to bring her back. The fighting has been fierce. Master Rost was injured when he gallantly intercepted a swipe meant to remove my head, says the Count. Bah, that's a noble way of saying I tripped over its bloody tail and stumbled into the blow. Any road, you'll have to take me place on the front lines, and do it soon, before these dainty knights get their arses handed to them. I think it's basically a fedora that I'm wearing. I'm not really apologize for it. You can see my eyes. I got a bunch of dragons. I'm gonna take them on one at a time. Slow and steady. Glad to see you. Let's start from this end and work towards the other. Assault dragon, a big one. Eyes front, take down that big bastard. Let's do this. Put this up. The boots are me. So when I pop, so I pop Wildfire, I follow it immediately with Hypercharge, and then I do, I think it's called Hot Shot. Anyway, we defeat the dragon, but Hot Shot, and then single target off global cooldown, Hot Shot, multi-target off global. I just kind of keep bounce between those, so that's my boops. That's how I remember what I'm doing, stupidly. I have a cutscene. You was missing a few mates, but you still took care of business. Not that I'd expect aught less from one of me star students, says Ross to me. The Count nods. A star indeed. Your arrival was a gift from the heavens. Rost and Celestaux nod. I start to... Oh, behind me, big dragon. Starts to try to eat me. No, aim, fire! Rears up and falls down, dead, right behind me. Big guy. Not the biggest, but I knew it was Joy, that's why I used that voice. How'd you like that, you great scaly bastard? We all turn to see Joy, followed closely by Stephanivian. Looking as awesome as ever, Joy, you're the best. She gives a pose with her gun in the air. The Count is overjoyed. No pun intended. She transforms back into like barmaid Joy with the two braids that are at the side of her head by putting her gun behind her back. That was weird. I'm afraid I've caused you a great deal of trouble for you all. Thank you for rescuing me, Dad. She's like giving a bow, eyes down, head down. It was no trouble at all for such a fine employee. As you are now wed, I understand that you may not wish to resume your duties at the manor, but have you considered my son's offer that you and your husband come to work at the manufactory? She gives a bow again. Me husband and me have agreed to part ways. If it please me lord, I'd like to start working again at the workshop and the manor both. Stephanievian smiles and opens his arms. Joy, my dear, you are most welcome, of course. Neither the manor nor the manufactory have been the same without you. Would you two just get together already? This is nods of approval, thumbs up from everybody. I give a nod as well. We missed you, Joy. You're amazing. Me lord, me lordship, I don't know how to... That is to say... Her eyes are like darting around, looking for the words. I'm glad to be back. Cheering, laughing, cavorting. And behind us comes up Grinche. I notice first. The rest follow my gaze to him. He's just kind of looking at us. Smiles. Ah, I see that even for the much diminished House Helenate, a handful of dragons poses no true threat. I shall have to find a more significant challenge for your next outing. 'Twould seem that you still do not understand that the knight is the master of the battlefield. He turns to walk away. Stephanievian. That was far more than a handful of dragons, Grinche. Do you think us blind? We know who is working against the manufactory. We know whose underhanded villainy forced Joy into wedlock. Grinche smiles. Doesn't turn back all the way. Whatever are you implying? You speak as if I recall the names of your low-born servants, or hold even the slightest interest in their common unions. Now, if you'll excuse me, my lords. He continues to walk away. We haven't pinned everything on him yet. Stephanievian dashes his arm from the top left shoulder down into the right, in a sign of frustration. Look, well they're kind of they're like Yeti behemoths, I guess. I don't know. There's only 3 minutes left. I don't need the experience. Well, I could, yeah. Anyway, it also summons a bigger guy when you finish all of these guys. We'll talk to Stephanievian to continue. Damn that man and his arrogance. My prospectometer and I shall remain vigilant, that we may defeat Grinche's trickery at every turn. The accolades for this triumph, however, must go to you, Mercy. The bridge is clear, and Joy is returned to us. I was afraid I'd seen you last at the manufactory. Thank you again for the warm welcome. I've never felt as whole as I did after I joined the ranks of the Machinists. When I had to tell his lordship I was quitting, it felt like I was leaving a part of my soul behind. That's when I realized, to me, being a machinist is more than just firing a weapon. It's a way of connecting to another side of myself. Well, now that you're connected again, we can get back to working on your shooting and your swearing, says Rost. She gives a cheer. And there is also the small matter of our delayed tourney celebration. If it pleases me, lordship, I'd like to do some training instead. I feel the need to shoot off 10 score bullets or so. Ah, of course, we all celebrate in our own way. Fire at will, my dear. I, for one, am eager for a stiff drink back at the manufactory. And they turn and go. I don't have enough time to do this now. Not that I was really itching to do it anyway. It is somewhat sad to see all of the. This one has NPCs. A lot of them have NPCs that come and join. At least in these zones so far, not a lot. Enough of them that it's noticeable. So it is kind of sad to see the Yeti behemoths killing them, but not sad enough for me to spend time to do it right now. I'd only get, I think, around 22,000, which is not nothing. But when the grand total is 749,000, it's better. It's better time spent waiting for a dungeon to pop. And specifically like the top 2 dungeons, or what do you know? If I'm 54, there are 2 dungeons right now that I can do that will offer well worth it for experience points. The rest, even if I can't do a leveling roulette because the bonus isn't enough if they like send you to Sastasha or Sadastasha, whatever it's called. Which you can. Affleck follow-up. Oh, weird. Okay. Back at the manufactory. Once more you have proven your worth to the Machinists and to House Helenate. As for Lord Tettlegrinche, I had my suspicions, but it now seems abundantly clear that he has been behind every mishap and misfortune to befall the manufactory. Despite his knavery, however, our successes in the field will not have escaped the notice of the Holy See, and as our reputation grows, so too shall Tettlegrinche's ire. We had best be on our guard. Oh, did you hear? During his skirmish with the dragons, Ross developed a new technique. He was adamant that I pass the particulars to you. So 49,920 experience points, 2796 gil. We get heated split shot, which replaces split shot, which I believe is our number 1. We'll see here. Let's make sure. There was a trait that said this thing is replaced by this thing. Alright, and indeed. So, split shot was 140. Heated split shot is 180. A decent buff. Slug shot is still 210, so it's still significant. It's more damage. You'll definitely still want to do your rotation, there's no doubt about that. But, anyway, cool. I think my favorite... Well, Black Mage didn't get anything. Ninja, I like that upgrade a little bit better. So Ninja gained Armor Crush, which doesn't actually do anything to the target's armor, but it gives you a buff. It might have used to do something to the target's armor, and then they decided to make it a self-buff instead of that. I don't know. Don't remember playing Ninja. I don't remember how high I got at Ninja levels, but now this gives you a buff that makes... It already does really good damage, so it actually does better damage than Aeolian Edge just by itself, but it gives you these dagger buffs, up to 5 total. It gives you 2 every use, but you can only use it and get the benefit of it after doing your Spinning Edge Gust Slash combo. But it gives you these daggers. They increase the potency of Aeolian Edge by 100, which makes Aeolian Edge better, but only when you have the daggers. So you're doing, my combo is going to be 1, 2, 4. I can do 1, 2, 4 again, but then I don't want to do it again because it'd be wasting daggers, because you get 2, the cap's at 5, so you waste 1 of your caps, or 1 of your daggers. And then you can, if you want to, you can save up daggers until you have like a really high, like you really need damage a lot in this particular section of a fight kind of thing. Or you could just go 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, like you could just do that back and forth, but I think there's probably going to be a good reason to stack up a certain number of daggers for whatever, so probably going to do like 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, that gives me 5, and then make sure to burn at least 2 before I do another 1, 2, 4, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 4, and then I'll be back to 5. Anyway, I know this is Machinist, so, but nothing, I mean, I'll do slightly more damage on every combo, every 1, 2, 3 combo for Machinist only has 1, 2, 3 so far. And then, you know, you have Hot Shot, you have Gauss Round, you have Ricochet, Heat Blast, whatever. So you have a bunch of other stuff to use. And then Ninja also obviously has Ninjutsu, so. Let's see, 56 is a 10% less damage taken AoE for 15 seconds on a 2-minute cooldown. That's nice. Drill. I remember Drill. No, I don't remember Drill very well. I don't think I got that high in Machinist, but Drill is an off global cooldown, 20-second recharge. It's like Hot Shot, but way better. It also doesn't give you, like Hot Shot gives you battery gauge and Drill does not. So you'd probably want to use Drill. That's a weapon skill? So actually that would combo with Reassemble. Yeah, I think that's what you want to do. You want to do Reassemble and then Drill, because Drill is 600 potency. The next highest I have is 270 for a clean shot at the end of a rotation. Heat Blast is 200. It is a weapon skill, but it's only 200. And then Gauss Round and Ricochet abilities. So Drill becomes your go-to. Oh god, that's gonna hit hard too. Like a crit drill every minute. That's beautiful. I'll probably put Drill right next to it too. Well, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Because if I currently I click on Reassemble, I could move it somewhere where like Control 1. But it's a minute cooldown, 55 seconds at my current. Actually, I think it's 55 seconds naturally. I don't think that's been reduced by skill speed. In fact, it hasn't, for sure. But anyway. And then at 60, our slug shot will be improved. Quite a bit, damn. 280. That makes it better than clean shot, but clean shot still does the battery gauge, which we want. Interesting. Heated clean shot at 64. It's beautiful. Barrel stabilizer grants hypercharge. Is that the same hypercharged as? Nope, that's overheated. Okay. I don't know what hypercharged is yet. We'll get there at 66. It's a ways away. Anyway, cool. I'll see you soon for whatever video you happen to watch of mine next. Bye-bye for now.